It's Monday, so another time for another tip here. Those of you who are just joining us for the first time, welcome to the channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button there, ring that bell so that we can bring you the other great videos on questions that you've asked and others that we're covering. So get ready for today's video, and here we go. So I have one that could be contingent. And you'll see that as either the word contingent spelled out or a C. What does contingent mean? It means that the seller is willing to take your offer from the buyer, okay? But the buyer still hasn't sold their home, let's say, and they want to buy the seller's home contingent on getting theirs sold. So the seller may say, all right, I'm willing to take your offer because maybe the seller is not in a hurry to move. Maybe they have kids in school and they want to wait to get it closed down anyway till after the kids are done with their school year. So they're willing to take on that, give that buyer a chance to get their other home sold. That would be one thing. The things to think about there before the seller takes that contingent offer is that they need to see, one, they want to know that the buyer already has that home listed. If they don't, then they have within 5 days to get that thing listed and on the market, showing them, the buyer or the seller, that they really are interested in moving. As a seller, you're probably going to, before you take that contingent offer, you're going to look at your questions you're going to ask that buyer. One, is your place for sale? Is it already on the market? Yes. What price do you have it at, and do you think it is reasonable? If the seller thinks that the buyer's property is priced too high and it's not going to sell in that market, they're probably not going to take your offer. If they see that you have priced it, the buyer has priced the home properly to sell and that it should go quickly, you can look at the statistics to see what timeline things are on the market, then the seller would probably be more comfortable to take your contingent offer, knowing that this deal could go through. The seller may not want to take a contingent offer because they feel that they have enough other people that on the market, it's a hot enough market that they want to get the thing sold now and they don't want to wait. So contingents can get to be quite interesting because you can have a contingent on a contingent. We did one, it's very common now in this cycle of what we're going through in the real estate now with the lower inventory. Sometimes people will not want to or not be able to find what they want, and yet they find the house they want but haven't been able to get theirs sold, so they would do a contingent offer, and then the seller of that one house is saying, well, they'll take the contingent because then they can say, all right, well, now I can go try to, they maybe just put the home up for sale and still hadn't found their place yet, so it gives them time to go find the house that they want. What happens if your contingent offer, if you have a contingent offer and the seller has another person comes in with a better offer for their home, can they get out of that first contract with the contingent? Yes, they can. You need to do it carefully. Look at the contract, how it's written. But generally, what happens is if you've put an offer on a house contingent on selling yours, and the seller gets a better offer than yours, the seller can come back to you and say, look, I've got another offer. I will honor your contract first because we are under contract, but I want you to be able to buy my house without selling yours. If you agree to that, then the contingency goes away, and now you're working into a regular offer, getting this thing sold. Now you have to get yours sold. And, you know, if you don't have to sell yours, you were just trying to do it to have the money there and not have to stretch with a couple months payments on both places, then it works out. If you can't sell it and you say, no, I can't buy that house unless I get mine sold, then the seller has the right to say that they're going to cancel the contingent offer and take the other offer. So there's some things to think about for contingent. Okay, so that wraps it up for today. We'll see you next week. Again, don't forget to subscribe, click that little bell, make your likes and comments down below. We appreciate it, and looking forward to sharing next week's stories with you.